Hi, Sleep Girl. So I wanted to share my finished journal. It's just going to be a quick flip through, and I'll probably put music on it, but I wanted to just share with you. When I say it's a junk journal, um, to me, it is junk. It's basically things that I had in my house. I did not go out and buy anything new, or materials. The books I get at the Goodwill, that I've already either read or they were given to me. And then this is like from a card. Most of the stuff that comes from magazines or packaging, so that's why I call it my junk journal. I do not go out and buy specific items for it. I am gifted stickers because people know that I used to scrapbook, and then started doing these. This is tinfoil that I um, used to on a folder, embossed on one of my folders in my big in my I can't even think of the name of the thing, but anyways, on my I embossed it in a embossing folder. This is a CVS bag actually that came in medicine. I just like the way it sounds. Lace, again, lace that's been gifted to me. This here is a coaster. It was a set of four. It's just paper coasters, and I have ceramic ones, so I saved them because I like the colors. I figured I could use them in junk journal. This is a tag I made out of an old map. Magazine. This was bottle caps that I did buy. I did get the caps, and I really inexpensive. I bought the caps. They were so that I could try them in the die cut machine, which makes them flat, and then you can make them into pendants, which I've made, which was the reason I got them, was to make some ID tags for friends at work. So, but then I made it a couple of necklaces out of them. They're too big for me for earrings, but other people have done them in the earrings, and I use them in my scrapbooking. A lot of things I make ahead of time so that I have stuff to use in my junk journal. Like, hopefully you can see this. I pre-make like everybody else, I pre-make the bunches because that way when I'm working, I don't have to stop and I can just pull out and see what goes and put them down. And I have like tags already made so that when I want something, I can just pull one out. I have tickets already, um, uh, all, inked up, and corners already, embellished. So I have a lot of embellishments that I've already made ahead of time so that when I do go to do a page, I have already stuff that I can put down. Pockets, I make a lot out of book pages that are torn out of the book, so they're always repurposed. See, like it's repurposed there to make the banner in a pocket. That was from a download, I believe. This is just wrapping paper that I saved. This is from a magazine. That was a cutout from a magazine. and this is all leftover cuttings. You know, it's nothing I ended up buying. I have stamps, so I stamp things ahead of time and do the little collages. Again, book page. Stencils. I have plenty of stencils. I just put my stencil down and use my Distress ink and use my stencils. I'm not buying anything. It's what I already have in the house. This was from another project. It was a tablecloth. I had made a traveler's notebook. A traveler's notebook, so I could carry with me and write. As you could tell, I write in this, and I made myself a traveler's with the elastic on it, and bought the books at the dollar store, but the cover was from a placemat, and I made myself a placeholder, and then I had this here was family. There's another one I think that says love, and I don't remember what the other saying was, but I did use it in the junk journal. I'm going to keep this page black and white because I just liked it the way it came out. And this was, I think I printed it out, and somehow, I don't know, it was a sheet that didn't come out well, and it didn't print all the way, but I liked the way it printed in black and white, so. That was from an Easter card. This was from an old map. That's from a magazine. This is from a card. This I actually made from my own. I just took rubber bands and I put it on a block and stamped it on the paper, and the rubber bands made the lines. So I have journaling space. Magazine clipping. This was from a greeting card that was sent to me. Tons. I have tons. I have a bucket full. A bucket. And when I say a bucket full, I'm talking a bucket full of lace that I was gifted from my wonderful friend Mary Ann. She gave me tons. This is from a magazine. This is a napkin. This is from a magazine. This is an actual real leaf that I dried, and I will show you how I dried my leaves. I did it in my microwave with some common items, or maybe not so common, but inexpensive items, and I can show you how to do that if you're interested. My father loved cardinals, so my book has a lot of flowers and because I love flowers, and a lot of birds, because my father was a bird, especially cardinals, loved them. But he has passed on, so it makes me happy when I see them. This was from a napkin that I collaged on a piece of paper, and I have plenty of journaling. This is from another bag. I don't remember what was in here, but it was a non-food item. And did some stenciling. That was from a notepad. Magazine, a collage I had ahead of time. Some ribbons, more ribbons. These I made with the little pins. I did have to buy the pins, but I had tons of. This is broken jewelry. This is just from my jewelry making. I make a lot of jewelry myself. That's a sticker. That's a pocket from a book. More stickers. A tag that I made. Simple, easy way to make tags. Magazine. I just liked it. It was farmhouse country to me. Magazine. Again, magazine, I just collaged. Lace. This was just something out of a magazine. It just looked pretty all in green. I liked it. These are tags. 3 of them are placed to journal. Just put a clip in the middle. Embellished it right there. And Now there's a spot to journal on that page because there isn't anything on here. A corner pocket with a corner embellishment that is also a little pocket and a place to journal. Another collaged cardinal, and then I wrote a little thingy about cardinals, personal about my dad. Another one of those pre-made that you make ahead while you're watching TV and just, sew it together. And magazines from wildlife books that my husband already looked through and was going to toss, and I love animals. So I cut out what I liked, and have tons of stamps, so I stamped relax, slow down, because they are never in a rush, and we shouldn't be rushing through life, because life is short as it is. Tags that I had placed, this one I made out of a index card, super easy, thick enough. A black and white photo of a boy that just caught my eye was in a magazine. And there's no words, there's no nothing. Maybe later I'll find some words that I'll put here, but for now, a little butterfly. This is a card my husband gave me for, I believe, our anniversary. We've been married 31 years. It's really cute, so it's just a little anniversary card. Just thought it was cute, so I had to share. I had to put it in there. A rose that I had cut out of some roses that I had, printed out from the internet, free things, some washi. Again, that's from his wildlife book. I just happen to like that frog. Here's one of my leaves. I dry them a whole bunch and then save them in a little box that I, just so if I need them, I can take them out. I Mod Podge them so they can last longer. Write a little message, usually something, love, hi. Well, for him it was hi. Usually it's love, or something simple that I can write with a magic marker. This was a flower that I took apart, and I just used each thing and made a flower there. It gets thick. It's starting to get thick. So again, magazine clipping. That's a flower from a magazine. These are die cuts, though. That's the leaves. This is from a napkin that I Mod Podged on some book pages, so that I could use up the book pages. This was a scrap of fabric that someone had given me, some fabric, and this, I guess they were going to make a pillow, and it had different types of flowers. I cut this flower out. This is just, this part is a sticker. That's a sticker. That's a punch. And I started recently, I think it was like June or July, I got one of these date punches, and I started punching the dates on the bottoms when I complete them. Personally, for my record, not, just for me, so I know when I did them. This is my therapy. I love my craft, so it's what I started doing recently. This is another journaling spot that's also a decoupaged napkin. This one I did differently. I didn't, I just actually glued it down with a glue stick, and I don't even know, just any old glue stick, and it hasn't come up. It looks good. I put a little bit of paint to use the colors because I thought it was a little bright. Again, some cardinals from a magazine, birds from a magazine, which I thought was, perfect. This little saying, summer, to me was, on this page of music sheet, I don't know, just to me was great. Again, another cutout flower from something similar to this. Homegrown. Well, these flowers usually are homegrown. They're in your backyard. People plant them. A bird, stenciled using my dauber and a stencil. That was from a card. That's from a magazine. I did stamp that. I have a lot of jewelry I will show on the end. I made these I did make these, and I can, if anybody's interested, drop me a line, and I will show you how I made these paper clips to put on the ends of your journals, or these at the end of the journals. I think they add character and interest to a page, and they're super easy to do, and they're super inexpensive. Some of these were gifted to me, like this is a paper clip that has a bee sticker that someone had done, and I have a flower one way at the beginning. And this was a card, so I just cut it out and glued it in here. These are just circle punches, because I love the scene. This is the page that I put in the book from a art magazine, art book. I'm sorry, and the page was nice and thick. It made a great page to have in the journal. But I cut out circles. I like the scene. It's a snowy scene in the woods, so I just made a border with the circle punch and daubed up the sides, to make them distressed, and that's it. And then this is a little envelope that I made out of wax paper, and I have little trinkets in there, there's a little leaf, there's a tag, there's a stamp, there's a ticket, there's a number 5, there's a little piece of music paper, and that's the other side of that beautiful paper that from a art magazine, art book that when I put this book together, the papers were thick, so I knew that it would be great to use in this book, in this journal. That's an old time, I just like the way these pages crinkle. This is a bag that something came in. I bought a card from when I was on a vacation or something, and they put it in this old time bag, and so I kind of like that. There's a piece of paper in here for journaling. This is another napkin that I decoupaged with just a glue stick, no Mod Podge, and I just glued that part down, and I have plenty of space to journal on this side. Again, this was just stenciled with one of my mini stencils and a distressed inker, and that's all I did. These are just little trinkets that I put in here, a tag that I made out of one of the scraps of the newspaper, a little booklet that I made, fabric and cutouts and some twine, and then blank inside so I can journal. Just paper, place to journal, magazines backed on the paper on the book pages that I used when I cut out from the books to make the actual journal. And some of these ideas, like this heart design idea, came from one of my favorite junk journal crafters, the Paper Outpost, and gotta go check her channel. And I get a lot of my inspiration from her. This was just magazine. This was from music notes. That's a punch. These are all little punches. And then I made my own gems that I used pony beads. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And then I melt them in the toaster oven outside. And then I have a whole bunch of them. So I keep them in here. And this I got at the Dollar Tree, and it's just supposed to hold medicine, but it holds everything that I use close at hand, like the bulb pins and eyelets. Not eyelets. What are these things called? I get nervous. I don't know why. These brads. That's it. Brads. Big ones, little ones, colored, all different colors. And then these are the things that I melted. So they look like the ones that you would buy and spend a whole lot of money on, but I made my own, and I believe I have a video on that. So that's one of them. This was in my husband's wildlife book, but we go to Maine a lot, and we do see bears up there, and I love it, and I just perfect had to put it in here. This was just in a magazine that I had read, and this was this woman when she was a little girl, and this was her at the age that she was when she did the interview, and I just thought it looked good on together, so I made a page for it. This was something from a magazine that I like, Angels, and I haven't done anything to this. It's just a coloring page. This reminded me of the globe, like the world, so the colors in it for some reason, and I wrote dream, because basically we all have to dare to dream. And I had these stickers for when my kids were little. Yes, my oldest is going to be 25, and I've had these stickers since then. Yes, don't shame me. So I had these stickers, and I said, what the heck am I going to do with them? So I did Vintage Baby, threw them all on this page, and voila, I used up my old stuff, because what else am I going to do with them? This is some lace that I made a band with. This is pretty cool. This is from a Reader's Digest from summer of 1956 that I found in a book that I will alter later. And I loved it. It was already old. It was already distressed on its own. And it was fun reading it. And I figured it would be fun to look at it again later on. So I made the belly band, put it there. This is, again, a flower from a magazine. This scene here just caught my eye. And the words are all from magazines. This guy standing here looking down from a cliff, looking down, and no boundaries. Explore. Well, I have fibromyalgia. I will never be climbing no mountains. I would like to, maybe in my younger days, but this is me saying, you do it for me, buddy. You do it for me. And then there's more animals, but again, from magazines. Another one. Magazines. They're thin, so back them on something else. Like I back it on, my husband has a lot of wildlife books. I back it on the paper because it's thicker. Magazines, backed on the thicker thing, then put in your journal, or cardstock if you have it, but I don't want to waste my cardstock on that. And it will make it thicker, more journaling. A sticker, that was from a card. That was from a tag, I don't even know where I got it. This, my best friend Angie sent me a card, just to say hi, and I loved it, so I put it in here. This is, stencil, from a stencil that I just, took the dauber with the purple and went around the stencil, made the background. Again, more magazines. This is a map of the whole of the United States that I just happened to put washi and kept it because it's a place for me to journal. And I like that it looked kind of grungy and whatnot. And a playing card that I don't believe I even altered. No, I did alter it, I guess. I put lines on the back to journal. And book page, more book pages. I actually kept the name of the flower, Cherokee, because it's the name of my car. I have a Jeep Cherokee. That's what caught my eye on this flower. So, that's it. I did a simple stitch, and it took me a long time to put this book together because I, can't work on it every day because I work. I do what I can with fibromyalgia, but it's something, I got a lot of jewelry on here, as you can see, a lot of things that stick out. I love it. And to keep it closed, what I use, and can't seem to find any right now of this color, but I get hair ties. Yes, hair ties at the Dollar Tree. Come in all different colors. And depending on the color of my book outside, that's the color that I choose. So for now, I'm just going to use this black and white one. But to keep it closed, I don't need a fancy thing. I just put it, boom, it is closed. If it's too not wide and not thick enough, I can do it this way. I've done it both ways. It doesn't matter. As long as my book stays closed, and I keep them under my desk and add to it. I have 2 now complete that are mine, some that I've already given away, and I've just started working on this one. This one's just got the papers. So this will be another one that I will be showing. So this one's got a green cover, purple inside. Don't ask me why. Must have been just the mood I was in. All the papers that I had on my desk to get rid of. And this will be my next journal. Black. And I Mod Podge it and take all the papers out of it, take apart, deconstruct the book. And that's it. So, it's chunky. It's not mega chunky because I don't, you can put a lot more in there. But I love the jewelry and this has got I forgot about that. That one's got a little, lady from the ocean there, what do you call it? And, yeah, sorry, my Faber fog makes me forget everything. Sometimes I don't even know my own name. And that is this book. Thank you for watching. Jeep Girl out.